Hello everyone, this is Shaylin with Kaleidoscope and the chocolate chip. I'm coming here tonight to show y'all how to make these cute little marshmallow swirls. These are really cute for any theme that might be trending, but today I decided to introduce them for the ice cream theme that we're doing. These also would be really cute, and I was looking at them yesterday for a trolls theme. It looks like the trolls' hair when it's swirled up at the top of their head. Okay, so this is going to be a really quick class, not too hard, but super cute and super easy. I know as treat makers, we're constantly having to think of new things to do, new ways to present treats, the same treats over and over, strawberries, Rice Krispie treats, etc. So it's always great when you can think outside of the box and introduce something to your customer in a totally different way. Most customers might not want chocolate covered strawberries or marshmallows or whatever, but if you can show it to them in a different way that they've never seen before, it will actually blow them away, and also makes great for presentation on any treat table. So for this class, you will need, and I will list these supplies in the group as well. You will need a mold that looks like this. This is actually a mousse mold from Amazon, and it's actually one long piece, but I split it in half because it's really flimsy and it's very difficult to work with. So to make it easier for myself, I cut the mold in half, and I normally do 6 of them at a time whenever I do these. But they actually come in 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. There's 15 holes on here. And you can fill these with anything. In all my classes, I tell you, you can put anything in a mold that's edible. You can even do solid chocolate if you like. You know, marshmallows will fit in these, mini Oreos, anything that you like, pieces of Rice Krispie treat, it will definitely work. Okay, so the first thing we needed was our mold. The second thing is chocolate, and of course I'm using my own chocolate. And to demonstrate what we're doing tonight, I'm just going to do one of them. I'm going to do one in pink. You're also going to need this cute little bow mold, and this will be available in my Etsy store tomorrow for $6 if you need it. And I love this mold because instead of doing one little bitty bow at a time, you can just fill up the whole thing. And by the time you get to this one, the very end, the first one that you did will be ready. And you can just kill it and knock out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of them at one time instead of doing it, one at a time. And so besides that, you'll definitely need your rolling pin, your silicone mat, and fondant of any color. And also, introducing for the first time is our edible glitter, Kaleidoscope edible glitter. It's 100% edible, FDA certified, FDA approved. It's kosher and vegan. And I'm going to use this color in Pearl. It's really beautiful. I'm going to use this color because it's going to give that icy looking gloss to the chocolate that makes you think of ice cream, that frosty look. It's just an extra step that will actually take your treats up to the next level. And if you're using white fondant, white chocolate, you should always think about brushing a little of the pearl dust onto your treats because it actually will elevate them and make them look really nice. Okay, so the very first step I'm going to show you is how to fill the mold. And like I said, this is a very quick class, not too hard, not long or anything. But it would honestly look like you spent a very long time on doing these treats. So I have this piece here, and I'm pretty sure y'all can see it, but I'm just going to, it's just like any mold. You're going to fill it, and you don't have to worry about brushing the sides or anything, or painting it, or any spaces or anything. We're just going to just pour the chocolate straight into the cavity. Okay, and we're going to stop halfway there. We're not going to fill it all the way to the top yet because we need to put our piece of marshmallow. Oh, and of course, I'm sorry. You need pieces of marshmallows. I did forget that step, didn't I? The marshmallows. Okay, so instead of using mini marshmallows, you can use mini marshmallows. You can drop 2 or 3 of them in there, but I wanted a little bit bigger of a piece, so I just took a flat marshmallow that they use for the s'mores. You can find them at Walmart, and I cut them into quarter pieces. And that way, you know, once you stick it in there, it's not real small. It's a little bit bigger than a mini marshmallow. And I think you can actually fit 2 in there. I only stick 1 inside. Okay, so I just filled that halfway up. And I'm just going to take my fork and I'm going to move this around a little bit just to coat the sides of it, nothing major. And what that did was not only did it coat the sides for me, but it made a little bit of room for our marshmallow. So I'm going to take the marshmallow and I'm going to just insert it into the cavity just like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the chocolate and I'm going to move these. I'm going to move this so I can scoot up some so I'm sure y'all can see me. And I'm just going to take my remaining chocolate and fill the rest of the cavity up. It's starting to dry on me, sorry. It's been sitting out for a moment. It's not too bad though. Just needs to mix it. Okay. Okay, so now that that's covered, I'm going to tap it, but I'm going to add a little bit more to cover our marshmallow all the way. Just going to push it back down a little bit more. If it starts to float up, just push it up, cover it, and then just add a little bit more chocolate. And you'll know when to stop when you reach the height of the mold, the neck of the mold right here. You don't want to go past this little part, the opening. Okay, then just tap it out. And the next thing you do is you want to set this whole mold. If you fill this mold is very tricky because it's flimsy. What I did was just cut off the corner piece. And you have to fill the whole thing, or this side will be heavy and this side will be flimsy, and then it won't stand up straight. So what I've been doing is, once I fill all of these holes, I just set it on a cookie sheet or a styrofoam plate or platter or something, and I stick the whole thing in the freezer. You have to make sure that the points are all headed down and not leaning or tilted, or they're going to come out weird, okay? It's tricky, but it's not too hard, I promise. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is stick these in the freezer for about 5 minutes, and I already did that, so I'm going to move this one out the way. And we're going to pop them out and show you what we came up with. Okay, so these are 3 that I did, and it's okay, you know, if you get some on the outside and everything, it's going to be nice and clean when we take it out. So what I do to take these out, I pull apart the silicone mold part away from the chocolate. And sometimes it want to just stay in, so you might have to just break off this extra part on the outside if it gives you issues. But just peel it like that, it'll pop right off. Oh, look, and it just flew out. And then you end up with a really pretty, look at the detail in that. Isn't it so gorgeous? A really pretty, this is a marshmallow, y'all. Can y'all believe that? Okay, so I'm going to do it again to the other 2. Let's try not to let this one fly out. Let's grab it. The design of it also makes it a little bit slippery, but it's okay. And then that one came on out. Also, we have a white one. And you can clean the feet off and everything. Just pop it off. Real easy to clean up and everything. Okay, so we have 2. And then we have a lime green one that I'm going to pull out. Okay, and then that's our last one. Now, when I first used these for a wedding, I wanted my points to stay at the top, and I didn't stress the points on these. If you want the top to be pointed like this here and not broken off like this, and it really doesn't matter because we're going to put a bow at the top. The only thing you do is when you fill up the mold, make sure you squeeze the end of it, the point. And then what that will do is suck the chocolate on down so that when you push it out, it will have a pointy top. And will look really nice. But I wanted my bows to sit at the top like this, so I just let mine stay broken so that I have a flat surface to sit on. Okay, so let me wipe this, and then we're almost, believe it or not, we're almost done. So I'm going to take these, and because I want them to look like an iridescent little look to it, I'm going to brush them with some of our pearl dust. And I don't want to get this on my silicone mat, so I'm just going to use this paper. And the reason why I'm just using paper just for tonight instead of parchment paper, because it was right there, is because I can just ball this up, of course, and just throw it away. Okay, so I'm just going to take our white, and I'm just going to dab it, and then I'm going to brush my... Look at that. Oh my God, isn't it so pretty? The white, so it can give us that frosty look. And like I said, you can definitely get this in our Etsy store tomorrow. They will be ready to go. We have 1,200 on site. And once you purchase, they will go out either the same day, if not the next day. And they're $8.50 a piece. And they come in 12 beautiful colors. This is the pearl one. We have pink, we have green, we have neon blue, navy, cranberry, all these beautiful colors. Okay. I'm just going to do this side. And then I'm going to brush it to the top. Look at how pretty it is, how iridescent, and this is the pearl dust. Okay, we'll just brush off any excess, and it totally took it up to another level. Let's see, I had a white one. Okay, so this is a white one, straight out of the mold, and this is the iridescent looking one. Can you see the difference? It just makes it look like so much more regal. That's what I think. Beautiful. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is just put our little bow at the top. And then that will be it. Okay, so I don't know how many people are not familiar with the fondant and using molds and everything, and that's fine. If you need a fondant class, I teach. Now I think I have over 100 classes. I'm pretty sure that I do. But I do teach a fondant 101 class if anyone needs it. It's ready to watch now. All my classes are very inexpensive. I think that class might be $10. So if you need it, just inbox me and I can definitely get you taken care of. Okay, so for our fondant mold for the bows, I'm just going to take a piece of fondant. And you can add talos to this if you like. My fondant has been sitting out for about an hour, so it's not really sticky or anything, you know, prepping for my classes. So I'm just going to roll it up into a cute little ball. I'm going to stick it into the middle of my mold. I'm going to tap it into place, stretch it and tap it. It's like a tapping and pulling motion. It's kind of like Play-Doh. If you ever played with Play-Doh before, you know you want to just fill the mold and stay inside the center parts so that you come out with like a little perfect piece, okay? So we're just going to push it in there, and I have chocolate on my rolling pin. We're just going to push it on there, and we're going to leave it. So by the time you fill the rest of these, this first one you did will be ready. So I did a few ahead of time, and this one is pink, and I'm just going to take that piece out, and then this one is yellow, and I'm just going to take that piece out. And I think I want to use the yellow one, so let me pull the pink one off, and I'm just going to take my little piece that I did, and I'm just going to put a dab of chocolate right here on the tip of it. Right here on the top. And I'm just going to take my bow right here in the center part. And I can't see it, so I'm going to turn it towards me so I can make sure I get it right. And I'm going to center it on that little peak. And this is what we end up with. Just leave it for like a minute or two before you touch it. And this is what you end up with. Cute little marshmallows. Aren't they adorable? This is so girly. Like, I just love it so much. And they're so dainty, and you just pick them up. And now, what you would do for presentation purposes is, and some of these are not even decorated, they're just missing the bows. I would get like a little tray or a little box, and I would just line them up like that. And I would sell these by the dozen, anywhere from 12 for 36 or 12 for 45. And I would just do a pretty array of the pastel colors. Okay, so that completes our marshmallow class. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, please inbox me anytime. Have a great night.